This one here, Pedro Munhoz versus Sean O'Malley.
Yeah. I feel so bad for Pedro Munhoz in this one, man.
Me
He's
too.
getting so much hate, and it's so undeserved.
Well, I mean, Sean O'Malley has a huge following, and a big part of this following isn't necessarily like huge UFC fans or MMA fans or
Yeah.
uh
Also, Joe really, really did a bad job in this fight.
where he was like, I don't think he got poked. I don't think it was that bad.
Well,
When
he
he was
goes
on the
so yeah. The fight starts, right, and obviously there's a ton of hype on Sean O'Malley, and it's his first big test. This is his first fight in the top 10, right? And everyone's saying, "Oh, they picked the easiest matchup for him." There's a lot of Sean fans. There's a lot of Sean haters. I'm a Sean fan, but everybody's saying, "Oh, this is the easiest matchup they could have given him in the top 10." It's like, okay, well, whatever. That happens all the time, right? Um, but it kind of like sets a precedent now. It's like, oh, if he wins, then that was the easiest matchup stylistically for him in the top 10. They cherry picked the opponent, and if he loses, then it's like, yeah, but I mean, he got tested, right? He's first time in the top 10, but whatever, right? Fight starts, and Pedro Munhoz game plan, perfect. Perfect game plan. Sit on the outside. As the shorter fighter, sit on the outside. Don't blitz in, because then Sean's going to counter you with his hands, and just land the outside leg kicks. Heavy leg kicks, right? Sean O'Malley checked a lot of them. Very good. Because also, history tells us that Sean's ankles aren't the strongest, right? He broke his ankle off on a kick in against Andre Sukumtau, and then Chito Vera destroyed his ankles with leg kicks. So if I'm Pedro Munhoz, that's what I'm going to do. I'm attacking those legs, and specifically the calves. But Sean did a good job checking him, so cool. Pass that test. He can take leg kicks now. In the first round, Sean
I
throws
mean, I
the
think this is a shot of him turning his knee
checking that
towards
one.
the kick, right?
Yeah, did a very good job in that, and that's what you want to see, right? That's evolution in the game, because before
Mm.
he would just eat him heavy. Pedro Munhoz throws the push kick to the body, Sean throws a push kick to Pedro Munhoz's body, and clearly the whole bottom half of his foot hits the cup. They stop the fight. Sean apologizes. They're giving him some time. On the replay, Joe's like, I don't know, it seemed kind of low, or that didn't seem like it really got him. And they're like, DC's like, yeah, it looks like the heel probably got the cup. And Joe's like, I don't know. It's like, what are we doing here, Joe? And then the crowd's booing because it's stalled. And he's like, I think they're booing because the kick didn't land on the cup. And you're like, Joe, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And then Pedro wins the first round with the leg kicks. Second round starts. Sean's starting to land a lot more, because the first round, it really kind of showed that unless you're moving forward and throwing your hands, Sean has a difficult time being first. And maybe that's just because he was more cautious in his approach in this one, because he did start to open up a lot more in the second round. But then he pokes him in the eye. And immediately, Joe's like, I don't know if that even got him. And we're like, Joe, what are we doing? Why? What's going on? And they show the replay. He clearly pressed. It was an accident for sure. And his fingers weren't like this. He wasn't reaching out like this. His hand was like this. But the way he pressed on him as he's coming in, the I think it was the ring finger was on the eye. The eye was closed. It was like this. But if you're pushing somebody, thanks, Rich. If you're pushing somebody like this, and you're pushing them away as they're coming in, this finger is gonna push them in the eye. It's gonna do damage. It's not like, oh, his eye was closed. It doesn't count as an eye poke. It's like the thinnest skin. It's nothing. And he pushed on him. So it's an eye poke. And Joe, even after the replay, is like, yeah, it didn't look that bad. And you're like, Joe, why are we doing this? And it's just, all he's doing is feeding the O'Malley fans, who are like, he never even kicked him in the nuts. The eye poke wasn't even, his eye was closed. He didn't even poke him in the eye. And then, of course, they call the fight. Very disappointing, because the fight really never even got into second gear. They call the fight. People are now clowning on Pedro Munhoz, saying that he was trying to get DQ'd. He was trying to get Sean DQ'd because he didn't want the fight, even though he just won the first round. And he's gone to war with Jose Aldo and Dominic Cruz, and like the best in the division. Clearly not a guy who just wants out. And now they're trying to post pictures of him in like mirrored videos where he's talking to his selfie cam And they're like, he's holding the wrong eye closed. The other eye got poked. And it's like, do you not understand how fucking cameras work? Like, but if you go on his Instagram,
Oh Lord.
if you go on his Instagram, sorry, this is just a whole. I don't think you've said one thing this whole fight. I've just been fucking
It's all good.
steamrolling through. But if you go on his Instagram, he normally averages like 50 comments per post. Every post now is like thousands of comments of just people shitting on him for faking the injury and all this stuff. And it's like, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah, that's messed up, man. I thought Pedro Munhoz had a very, very good shot of winning this fight going in. I picked Pedro Munhoz to win this fight, even as
Yeah,
like a
you
plus
did.
250 underdog or something like that.
Mhm.
And after that first round, I felt very, very confident in my pick.
Yeah. I mean, he won that round clearly. Sean really didn't do much. He landed like 2 body kicks.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah, but checking the leg kicks, all he did was throw leg kicks that got checked. And it's like, that's still more than Sean did. So I don't see what the argument is. And you don't score defense. So the checking of the kick doesn't do anything for Sean.
Yeah.
And
I'm hoping they run this one back, though.
I would like to see that. Yeah. It's a good matchup. And they kind of got the feeling out process already settled now. So you would think that the second a rematch would kind of start a little bit more in second gear. Also, shout out to Sal D'Amato, the only judge that gave Sean the first round.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So,
all right. Well, on that note,
yeah. Sorry, I
wanna move
just
on to
took
the
over
next
and
one?
talked. It's just
It's
told the
all
whole story
good.
of that one.
It's all good, man. Hey, everybody. Ramiro and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Goes a long way. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.